Well, hello everyone. How is your Tuesday going? I hope it is going well. Mine has been busy. This week so far has been very, very busy for a number of reasons. I guess today it's been busier than normal because one of my colleagues, somebody in her family passed away, and it's a colleague who I do a lot of things for her project when she's busy with other things. And so now it's just me on that project figuring out things because she is dealing with, family issues. But she's really more than just like a work colleague. She's a friend. I just love her to pieces. And, you know, I just really hope that she and her family are doing okay during this very, very trying time. Now, another thing I need to ask you guys. I don't know if this has happened to anyone, but I have a new roommate. And I named this roommate Stella. And it's not an animal, and it's not a person. Nope, it is like the world's biggest pimple ever that appeared on my face and just refuses to budge. It's red, it's angry, and it's big. So hence, deserved a name. Stella is the name. And now Salsa, what are you doing, child? I had picked her up and put her up on the bed, but what is she doing? She's wandering around. Chalupa is being the good one right now, which is usually not the case. Today, what we are going to be doing is viewing a portion, a snippet of the national wake up call that happened yesterday. Because I find it very interesting that there is a promotion. And this promotion, in my opinion, is nothing but Carl Daikler um, paying people to recruit. I think it's really evident that it is encouraging people to recruit. And I think when you see it, you'll go, yep, that's exactly what's going on. So this whole thing of like retail sales, no, the focus is not go out and make more retail sales. The focus is to recruit more partners into the network. Oh, you have one too, Sam, like a big pimple that is just like taking up your entire life and has taken over and is a roommate. I'm so glad I'm not alone. CD, you have got it. Wake up call. I'm not making as much money as before. That's the whole thing. Is that it is, I think, very, very evident, especially from having read to you guys the quarter 4 um, transcript that Beachbody was on the struggle bus. And then based on the data that I provided for the quarter 1 of 2023, you can really see that recognition is, it's abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. Oh, hey, Jeanette, you're only about to join for about 10 minutes. That's okay. Their stock is at 47 cents. See, that is so embarrassing. Yeah, that's the lowest that I've seen, and that was a couple of weeks ago. And so, their stock is not holding. Carl, and you'll hear this in the video, that is Chalupa being upset because Salsa has a toy. So forgive, oh gosh. And he grabbed a toy away from her that he doesn't even like and never plays with. What a little shithead. But he's my shithead and I love him. Anyway, um, the stock price has gone down significantly since originally the offering was, I think it was 13.46 or 56, something like that, over $13. And I just can't imagine if I had invested in that stock and still holding on to it. And due to looking at the recognition numbers of quarter 1 this year, it's just like, yeah, he wants to pump up the network. I'm really wondering what is the number of people in the network. Now, back in the day when I was in Beachbody, there was a ticker in the back office, and it was always around roughly 400,000 people. And then all of a sudden, that ticker like went away. Well, I'm thinking that the network has shrunk people are irritated about the BODi is no longer Beachbody on demand, but you have to get the BODi subscription, and it's more expensive, and they're not happy with that because, it's more costly. And so now he's put aside $1 million for this little promotion. So that's what we're going to be looking at. And it's not that long, so this shouldn't take that long, but we all might have things to say. But I find it very interesting because I think it goes right along with what's happening. Oh, and also something that came out recently is that Tupperware is like on the struggle bus. And there's thoughts that it might be bought out from another company or something. And maybe not even an MLM. I mean, it has a brand that's known. I'm sorry, my dogs are like totally going at it. Yeah, but it's reportedly on the verge of collapse. So I find that interesting. I find that there's other stocks that have gone down significantly in addition to just, Beachbody. I think overall the industry is feeling the burn, so to speak. Jeanette says, what bugs me is Modera rep convincing me I need to take hormone supplements. Oh, I mean, okay. You guys did, okay, and I'm going to do a deep dive, and I'm not telling you what the company is, but a doctor that I have gone to is selling MLM products in her office. And I didn't realize it when I bought some. So, unbeknowingly to me, I supported an MLM, and I'm absolutely mortified because you guys know I'm not for that business model. And I don't even know if I can call it a business model. I'm not for doing any of that. And I'm like, okay, you would think that doctors would know better, but they don't, they just don't. So I really am sorry that you have had a Modera rep trying to convince you to take hormone supplements. Jeanette, if you want to write me at the Recovering Hunbot at gmail.com, give me any intel about that. I'd be happy to look into it and put that on my plate of things to do. And as you're going to learn, and I find this very enlightening too, because Carl has not done this before, and you'll hear it in the video. And I'm thinking of snipe streaming this. So let me know if you want me to snipe stream it. He is now doing opportunity webinars on Thursdays. That's right. The CEO, Carl Daikler, opportunity webinars, why you should join BODi, become a partner so that you can make money. Oh gosh, is it Dr. Bill Williams with the supplements? I don't think Bill is in Modera, but hey, one never knows. All right, let me go ahead. Joe, you want me to do the snipe stream of the Beachbody opportunity call? Yeah, I mean, I think it's worth it to hear because I think Carl is very, very worried. I mean, I need to pull up what income disclosures there are because I looked at them like across the board recently, and like the highest earner went from over making $3 million to $2 million. I mean, imagine losing $1 million, $1 million a year. That has to hurt. Okay, let me find this. And if it's echoey, let me know. I'll run to the other room and grab my headphones because I don't have them with me because I absolutely forgot. So I apologize about that. Okay, here we go. Oh, I thought we're going. Why isn't it playing? There we go. Okay. Hey, steamship.
who were recognized. Sometimes it's like, why do we take time to because this is a big freaking deal, and I don't care if there's 2 people, 3 people, 1,000,000 people on that list. We want to etch out time every single one of these wake-up calls to recognize the work, the life-changing work that you all are doing, helping people get started, helping people not only begin a health esteem routine for their fitness, their mindset, their nutrition, but also beginning a health routine that includes building a business that supplements some income. So that's what you got.
Oh, I do want to apologize for my cursor being in the middle there, but I was multitasking. And so just deal with, I had a cursor in the middle of all of this and didn't realize it because, again, multitasking. So I apologize.
And that's why recognition every single week is so important. I have just a few announcements for you, and these announcements will also be found in your breaking news section of your office, of your online office. The first announcement is all about, and if you have been living under a rock, welcome, because we are doing something called a $500 spring into summer bonus promotion. I mean, let's just take a beat. What would $1,280 do for you? What could that do for someone that you know? Summer vacation spending cash, BODi summit events.
Now, I want to just say that's all fine and good, but how much money have these partners already invested in this quote opportunity that they might possibly potentially could actually make this money with over 3 months, over a course of 3 months, not 1 month, 3 months, So, and Joe, I know I like living under a rock too. So, I mean, I just find that really annoying that it's like, how many of you could benefit from this? Well, I mean, you know what? If $1,200 like fell into my lap, I would be totally fine with that. But if it's because I'm recruiting people into an MLM, I'm not okay with that. Oh my gosh. So Jeanette said, I still don't see my coach as anything other than a cheerleader. I mean, that's pretty much it, All right, so let's continue.
Extra cash for summer, kids' summer camps, additional tackling debt, you name it. What would that do? Well, listen, to better explain why the company has set aside $1 million, because that's how much we believe in the power that we have, that you have, to invite people to this. And when you help people.
No, that's how desperate Carl Daikler is to get more people into the network. It's nothing to do with we believe in you and you can do it. And look, you'll be helping so many people. No. It is to bump up that number and to have more people buying in so that it is more profitable, because right now it is abysmal.
Starting in April, all of May through the end of June 30th, we've set aside $1 million for the first 2,000 one-star diamond and below BODi partners who help at least 10 people get started with the BODi Essentials Kit. I can tell you, you've heard about it, you can read it, but I think there's nobody better to tell us about the promotion than BODi CEO, Carl Daikler.
Now, that's the expectation, that within 3 months, I mean, this sounds doable on the surface, that within 3 months you would be able to get 10 people to join. It doesn't sound like, well, that's like 3 or 4 people a month. That doesn't sound like that many. But when you put the pedal to the metal, so to speak, and you're actually in the quote process of recruiting people, and when they find out how much they're expected to initially invest and then what they'll be paying onwards, it's not cheap. It's just not cheap. It's not like, okay, well, it's like, okay, $10 a month. No, it's not, because you got to get your Shakeology on auto direct. Auto ship, so that you get your 50 personal volume points. So that maybe if you happen to sell anything, that you would qualify for, commissions.
Carl, welcome to the Wake Up Call.
Thanks, Keyshawn. Thanks for having me on. And I'll try to be quick. We've got some really great guests today. And it's just obviously a pleasure to jump on the National Wake Up Call and kick off a really important week for a lot of our partners to take advantage of something, because I know we're both looking for the same thing. We have a mission to help people achieve their goals, and lead healthy, fulfilling lives that make them feel.
Now, let's just say that your actual goal is to make money. That's why you're offering money to people to recruit 10 people into the network. It's not because you're looking to help people live more healthy and fulfilling lives. You need the cabbage. That's what it is.
Good lives that make you feel good, and to really help people enhance their experience of the things that are important to them. And Monday is when we wake up, we realign with that mission. And as Keyshawn mentioned, we've actually created a promotion to help drive that, particularly for the people 1-star diamond and below, that we want to encourage and provide an incentive to embrace this new model that we just launched.
Now let's just go over this 1 diamond and below. So if you're a diamond, you have 4 people who are active on your left leg and 4 people who are active on your right leg. And then 1 person on each leg has gone emerald, which means they each have 1 person on their left and on their right leg. So it comes to a total of 12 people within the overall organization. And if you're a 1-star diamond, that means 1 of those people on your left or your right leg has also achieved diamond. It does not mean they've held it, because they never tell you how long people are able to maintain a rank. And most people can't. It's very few that do. Hi, Salsa. But I just find it interesting that, how he frames all of this. We're helping them. Well, those people are hungry, and especially like people who know if they're a diamond and they know that 1 of their people or more of their people may be dropping off, then they want to be able to replace them. Because the one thing with MLM is you need to always be recruiting. And that is a saying in MLM, always be recruiting. You have to, because you have to replace those little Jenga parts that have like pulled away. You've got to put another Jenga part in there. It's like a Jenga tile. Jeanette, have a lovely evening. Thank you so much for showing up. And Salsa is wanting to play, and so is Chalupa. So I apologize. This is my life.
2 weeks ago. And so change requires a little bit of sort of realignment with, what are the priorities? How does this new business of BODi and body blocks and health esteem align with the mission statement? Why would the company do this? A company that's had incredible success, it's had incredible challenges. Why would the company do this and then put $1 million up to help align partners to this? And this is the point.
Because you're desperate, because you are worried, because your stock prices are shite right now, because people are leaving and looking at other, quote, opportunities because they're not able to maintain their rank or make the money. Because maybe some top coaches are like, man, I'm not making it here. Maybe I should go somewhere else. I think probably all of that is playing into why you're like, you know what? We just need to get more people into the network.
150 million people, real number, 150 million adults in North America remain overweight or obese. 120 million people are either diabetic or pre-diabetic. That's a lifestyle disease. This is something that we have the greatest prescription in the world to help people manage or avoid becoming actually type 2 diabetes. And they call this other thing type 3 diabetes now. which I believe leads to Alzheimer's. So there's a lot of potential to help people if we take the greatest prescription in the world, and that is being more active and being conscious of what you eat, reducing sugar, reducing portions, eating more vegetables, more fiber, healthy macros, and balancing it all. And then getting in a daily dose of superfood nutrition, which can be in the form of a dessert. I had mine already, a chocolate shake, and or it can be in the form of no-bake cookie balls. The bottom line is we're here. I'm here. This company is here to help people get some traction on improving their lives and feeling better in their skin, feeling better about their place in the world.
They're just here to make the world a better place. It's as simple as that. It's not about making money whatsoever. We just want to make the world a better place, said every MLM, everywhere, every day, all night, 24/7, 365.
And getting that out of this mentality that it is only about the vanity, and it's really about how good you feel. That's what really helps people be happy. Okay, so
Meanwhile, Beachbody has been pushing vanity for years. So I find it really interesting that he's trying to pivot away from, like, that whole vanity thing is bad, even though we were doing it like forever. It's just really interesting that he's now trying to be, it's like, it's all about health esteem, how you feel, where you are, feeling good about yourself. And we have the answer to make you feel good about yourself. And you can be more fit and have better nutrition because we have the answer. So I guess there's nothing else in this world other than what you have to offer that could possibly help anyone if you listen to Carl. And I don't believe any of that is complete horseshit.
Align this incentive with this opportunity to help the biggest market, what they call total addressable market in the entire space, the market that's not served by the legacy industry, wasn't really well served by Beachbody. We did okay.
You're part of the legacy industry, sir. That's the whole thing. It's like trying to make it sound like, oh, it's like all those other things. No, you're part of it too. And so CD asked, do they need to offer more demo samples, which means they have to pay to buy more so that they can give it away. Now, I don't know if you mean like a sample of the workouts, like to have a week free of BODi, meaning they're online workout type things, or if you mean quote samples of Shakeology, which are not samples or single servings, and you can buy, like, as a coach, like 20 of those. I mean, even if you're not a coach, you can just buy like the packets that come in like a packet of 20. Which then coaches say are samples, which they're not because they're paying for them. The company doesn't give you jack. All they give you is like to go to the National Wake Up Call and to have some janky ass training in the back, and to have some of these top coaches, have different little get-togethers where they act as cheerleaders, as what Jeanette had said earlier. And now Salsa is sitting on top of me.
But we now change this business model to the BODi business model and health esteem. People feel good about themselves the way they are now, so that they are in the right mindset to take care of this incredible being that they are, that deserves to be taken care of. And that includes this great prescription of eating better, of being more active, and of using the biohacks that we've created. Shakeology, first thing, last thing, clean energy like Energize. And
biohacks, Shakeology is now a biohack, as is Energize, which are both products. So Shakeology is like their flagship, but they want, their partners to get on Energize too, because that's more money that goes towards, the company and to people who are in the upline for all of these people coming in at the very bottom. It just means like, because you want to be a product of the product. Got to be a product of the product. So you got to prove that the product works. So keep investing in the product.
Help you and your team align with that repackaging of our mission into this concept of body blocks with a new wave of fitness starting the first Monday of every month, 3 weeks a month, 5 days a week with a week off to recover and get stronger. Maybe investigate other content on the platform and then come back the first Monday of that next month. Well, to align us all, we put together this $1 million promotion, awarding an extra $500 to coaches 1-star diamond and below who help us bring 10 new people in with the total solution. That can be a completion pack at the Essentials collection, which has 20 servings of Shakeology, 20 servings of Energize, includes the complete body subscription with mindset and fitness and 2 complete nutrition plans. And for helping 10 people in the next 3 months, you can achieve help one person a week with a total solution pack. And the first 2,000 people that help us do that in these 3 months, April, May, and June, will earn that extra $500. So that $500, we're obviously talking about US dollars here. That $500 is on top of the approximately $780 that you earn just from commissions alone on those first 10 new customers or partners that you might bring in. So is
it just me, or does it feel like Carl isn't as smooth and that he's searching for what the words are because everything has changed and they're not natural for him to say?
$780 plus the $500 bonus. Now, we want this to be available to people who need the money, meaning they are not qualified in the matching aspect of the bonus program yet. So we put an additional $500 up because it's really important, that people understand how productive the business can be. So we wanted to put the additional incentive up for people. And we wanted to give that extra motivation to move fast so that we go into Summit with real momentum.
What you really want is more people to join, more people to pay for Summit tickets, more people to join the network so that there's more money flowing upwards is kind of what I'm thinking.
So right now you've got the opportunity to use 21-day fix, the super block that's going right now in April, which that's a $29 value that these new customers or partners get free when they get a total solution pack. And people who come in right now also qualify or they get the $29 T25 super block, which also includes the B25 super block, and that's purely on the bike. So that's kind of like you're getting 3 super blocks with that start. That's what your customers and new partners get. So the important thing, though, and if I were to give anybody advice on business and starting your own business, what you want to do is narrow down your view. And I know our partners are going to talk about this in a moment, but from the CEO's perspective, what I try to do to run a business that works and breaks new ground and is innovative. But the most important thing is that we reach people, and we reach people who need us. And people who are isolated and hurting and need what we offer. And to do that, you've got to reach out. You know, you've heard probably of the 80-20 rule. 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Well, within that 80-20 rule is another 80-20. So within that 20% of your efforts that create 80% of your results is another 80% of that 20% that create, I'm getting the numbers up. The bottom line is actually there is 4% of the way the math works. There are 4% of your effort on a specific thing create.
And Joe, I would say, yeah, I agree with you. He's usually much more fluid when he's speaking and doesn't struggle. And because it really feels like he's struggling here. Or is that just me? Do you guys feel like he's struggling? Because I feel like he's trying to like paint this as like this is the thing you need to do. Meanwhile, he is feeling the pressure and he's seeing like what the stock has done. He's seeing, people leaving. He's seeing people having pushback on the new prices and everything. It really feels like there's desperation there. Or is it me? Let me know if it's me. Because I just feel like he just really sounds like a beaten down man.
That over 60% of your, I shouldn't have brought the math into it. But what I'm trying to get to is the most important activity you can be doing right now is inviting people, starting conversations, learning about people, and following up. And that's what we'll get to a little bit today. And if you do that with hustle and passion and care and compassion for what people want to achieve, there is no doubt in my mind that you can qualify for this $500 and unlock that entire $1,280 in
Bullshit. Most people will not be able to do that. And that's the thing, is that this is going to cause people, especially the newer coaches that have just joined, and they see like, oh, look, there's an incentive. Our CEO is so amazeballs. He just wants to help us be successful in our business, even though you don't have a business and you're just an independent contractor. But I digress. He's doing it because the numbers have dropped. That's what it boils down to. And those people that are new, they are going to be out there. And they're going to be like, yeah, I need to reach out to everyone. I need to follow up. And, they are going to be going like bananas. And there's going to be some people who are going to really put in too much time and too much effort and not have any results, because that happens all the time in insert any MLM.
additional supplemental income from becoming a BODi coach.
Okay, so I just wanted to take a moment and some of my, okay, there we go. Okay, so this promotion is $500 bonus between now and the end of June. The first 2,000 coaches to sign up 10 clients. Now, I have not run the math. Perhaps I should, and I don't have, because I don't know how much that would mean for Beachbody, how much they would be making. I should have done that earlier, but I honestly did not have time to even think about that today because I was so flippin' busy. You know what I mean? So 2,000 people. So you're going to get 2,000 people to sign up, 10 each. Am I doing the math right? Is that 20,000 people or is it different? Because maybe I'm not doing the math right. On top of the commission you'll earn from the packs. So basically, and they're using Canadian dollars of close to $2,000. Find 10 people, want to earn extra money, desire to add more people to our community. Basically, we want you to go out and recruit like mad. And we're going to pay you, if you're the first 2,000 coaches, to go out there and recruit these 10 people within the products and programs that can change their lives like it's changed yours. So what do you guys think of this promotion? I mean, do you think this is Carl and BODi paying people to recruit? Or do you think, oh, this is just a little extra? Because to me, I see this nothing as other than this is just a way to pay people to recruit without saying we're paying you to recruit. How much does the total? Let me look it up. Okay, I will tell you. Let's see. Total solution packs from BODi. Let's look at this. So this is going to be, I think, the retail prices. Okay, we can look at this together. So let me share this with you guys. So I'm just not, looking at it on my own and all that. Okay, here we go. All right. So the BODi Essentials, which is something that Carl has been talking about, is $219. Now, as a coach, you earn 25% of that. And this is something I really meant to run these numbers and have this tonight, and I don't, because I really want to know, like, how many of these would you need to sell so that you could earn $50,000? And I mean, and that's not like a lot annually, but a quote livable wage. See all packs. So what are all the packs? Here we go. So now they only have these 5 packs. So there's 219. They're all 219. Okay. So we all know that they're all 219. Wow, I didn't realize that. So that's what they are $219. So you have to convince people to spend that. But I mean, if you become a coach, I believe, at least when I was a coach, you didn't have to pay the $39, I think it's $39.95 in order to be a coach. That's like waived. So you just pay the $219 to start. However, each month you're going to be paying, I think it's like 15, let's just say $16 for the back office, in addition to around $100 for Shakeology. So 100, let's just say about $120 a month, okay, is what you're going to be spending for the privilege of being a BODi partner and potentially, maybe, possibly earning a commission by selling something, even though you've probably invested far more than what you have ever earned or will ever earn. And that's why I am tracking, the recognition this year, and will be looking at from year to year of the income disclosures that I have, which I've got to find where they are. But find the income disclosures and put those together and look at them side by side. Because in general, the amount of people who are dispersed between Emerald, which is the first rank, to the top, to like the superstar diamonds, it's fairly constant. Does not mean that those people necessarily maintain that rank once they have it. And now, if you're an Emerald and you drop, you become a preferred customer. And if you had somebody, under you, that person goes to your upline. And if you had, and that I think is just so awful, because then you have to start all over again, because there's no more lifetime ranks. And that just irritates the stink out of me. I think they've really screwed people over with making that decision. Or again, maybe it's just me. Maybe that's perfectly fine to have people constantly, running that, hamster wheel and expecting to get somewhere and finding out that, nope, they're not really getting anywhere. Just a thought. Okay, so I do have like the ending of this in case Sean comes back on. I had this on here for a while because I figured I'd be talking about it, which we did. Okay. I will play it from here. Or here. Here we go.
And that's what we want you to focus on. In fact, I've got a business opportunity webinar that I'm doing at.
And that's what I was talking about, him doing these business opportunity. And the fact that he's calling it a business opportunity webinar. No, it is basically join this MLM so you think you have your own business when in fact you don't.
6:30 Eastern time on Thursday, again, 3:30 Pacific time, where I'll be talking to the business opportunity, going into a little bit more detail about this, because the bottom line is, can we help more people get healthy? How many more people can we attract who need an extra income that we can help get healthy? That's why I'm going on every week. So I want you to invite people to that webinar and see if we can get as many new partners as possible as we go into Summit and get those 2,000 people, help them qualify for that $500, and make this meaningful as we create meaning in people's lives. All right, Keyshawn, get on with the rest of the call, and let's make this a great week.
Carl, thank you so much. We definitely will make this a great week. Partners, you can learn more about this $500 Spring into Summer bonus promotion in FAQ 9421. And what I love, I love so much. There's so many layers to this promotion, but one of the coolest things is that Carl said, we really want this to be for people who need it. And in addition to the people.
Are there really layers to this? I don't think there's layers to it. It is, we will pay you if you recruit 10 people into the network if you're one of the first 2,000 coaches who do so. And I think it's going to be very interesting to find out after these 3 months, after quarter two, because he's doing this to pump up the quarter two numbers, because the quarter one numbers, as I showed you guys, suck. Absolutely suck. But he's doing this so that quarter two doesn't look as awful as quarter one, because, according to the transcript from quarter four of 2022, they were expecting to have, like quarter one to not perform as well. It's typically their best quarter, but now they're shifting attention to quarter two because they probably saw like, wow, quarter one sucks more than we expected. What can we do? Well, let's pour money into this, and we're going to offer up a bonus to people to get more people into this scam, in my opinion, because I think Beachbody is a scam in many, many ways. I agree. It's funny how we relate every other MLM to Ashmafar scams. Yeah, I mean, because it's like, they're kind of very much alike. And CD, I like this. Carl will move to Dubai and tell everyone that Dubai only allows legitimate businesses and does not allow scams. Yeah, and that is such the odd thing is that, recently Oz put out a kind of like a review, and he mentioned Dubai and talked a lot about of some of the stuff that goes on there. And it's like, it is not this sunshine and rainbows as Ash has presented it. Far from it. But, if you say anything, which is some of the recent comments that I've received on the video that I did at the conference are hilarious. I mean, they think like I'm jealous or something. It's like the strangest comments that I get. Like, what is your goal? Why are you doing this? It's like, well, if you didn't notice that my channel covers unethical businesses, and I find on passive to be unethical. It's really as simple as that. BODi will buy a train station.
Or listening, or who are already partners. Promotion for people who are coming into it. So if you are getting people started, you're bringing them in, they're new partners. The people that they help, they can start working to achieve this bonus also. And I think that is the extra cherry on top, in addition to these BODi business opportunity webinars that Carl is hosting every week. We started last week, and like he mentioned, this week on Thursday. Now, this is for partners who have been on the fence. So you've probably already sent them the what is BODi. You probably already sent them the BODi business opportunity sizzle. You've talked to them. They are pretty much ready, but maybe they still have just a few questions. They're on the fence. This is a BODi business opportunity webinar that you can send them to. And if you have people, then you can join. But if you don't have people, there's really no reason for you to join. We really want this to be something that you bring your prospects to, and that's when you show up. All right, I'm excited for you. I'm excited.
So that was what, that's all of the national wake-up call that I, recorded for you guys, because this was the only part that went into the whole promotion, which to me, it is just nothing but we are willing to pay people more money so that you recruit more people into our network so that we can earn more money, because we're losing people. And we have investors that are really getting upset because everything just seems to be going to shit. That's kind of like the overall message that I get from it. I don't know, maybe you guys get a different message from me, but that's just what it feels like to me. And, if we can see one company struggling like this, there may be others. Like, Tupperware is one that I mentioned earlier. So, I just am hoping that there is, more trouble out there, and people are really starting to go like, and question this entire type of organization, which should include my doctor that is shilling MLM, which I hope to be able to do a deep dive on. And I haven't been able to really focus on any of that because I've been so slammed. However, I do have something about the Canadian robots on my plate to be able to share with you guys. There's a whole lot of stuff. I have two things on the Canadian robots, but I do think on Thursday that I will snipe stream this opportunity call, if you guys are down for that, because I think it'll be interesting to, to listen together, if you know what I mean, because we just have a good old time over here. And I mean, that's it for tonight. I know that there were some things in the back office for on passive, like there's new updates, and I'm sure that the three amigos did all kinds of like raw, which in about an hour, the Rob Lynn, or whatever it's called, live will start, and I'm sure they're going to be all pumped up over everything. And yeah, so there'll be some more stuff coming out. There'll be some more stuff coming out about the technology, and things are not as what Ash has painted. And, to Carl, I'm curious to see what desperate things Carl has to say on Thursday. Yeah, I mean, me too. It's like, I find it so intriguing that any other year, Carl Daikler has not done weekly opportunity calls, webinars, whatever. He has not done that. There's been other high-ranked coaches who have done things like that, but not every single week. But I find it really curious. Like, what is he going to say? So I'm going to get down on the go-go, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for being here. Thank you to the mods for showing up and helping me out. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for those of you who participated in the chat. Thanks to the lurkers, and thanks for the people who came here for the replay. All of that, thanks. And I appreciate each and every single one of you listening to me, watching my videos, being part of the community. It really means a lot to me. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. And oh my gosh, maybe Carl got webinar tips from Ash. I was actually thinking maybe Carl could give Ash some webinar tips, but because Carl actually usually speaks better. Anyway, everyone, have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.